That is that right there and then. So what are we doing in here? So yeah, I want to now go over. I want to bring in another topic in here. And this is an interesting one. This is Coutinho, Philippe Coutinho. Now let me just kick things off. I felt that Coutinho was his career was finished, and this is always my thing with Coutinho. Very good player, overrated, and I never saw why Liverpool rated him so highly. I never saw why people rated him that highly. I was like, of course he's talented, can do some great goal scoring and so forth, but has he ever had an amazing season? Has he ever been in a team where he's been one of the best players for the entirety of that season? Not just 10 games or 5 games. For the best part of 38 games, has he ever been one of the best in a team or within a season? So when under Valverde and Setien didn't work out, didn't operate well with the team, the system just didn't really work with him. He was taken over to Barcelona. I was like, you know what, this guy's done. He's finished. Koeman has come in. It's what, 2-3 games now, and he's looking like he's found a place in this team. And what I've always said about Coutinho is he can't be your best player. Don't make him your star player. Fit him into your team, give him a specific role, and he can do well. And I think with what we're now seeing with Coutinho working with Messi and Fati, they could form a quite interesting understanding to go forth. So I want to come first to Cassius on this. Do you feel and do you believe that Coutinho is going to finally pay back Barcelona this season? And how well do you think he will do under the tutelage of Ronald Koeman? Or you think he'll be like, so-so? What do you think we can expect? It's only 2 games. But what do you think we can expect from Coutinho under Koeman? Could we finally see a guy finally maybe be one of the best players in the world this season under Koeman?
Maybe not the best, one of the best players in the world, but certainly one of the best in his position. That's what I hope. It's yeah, like you said, it's only been 2 games, but uh, as a fan, I have to be optimistic. And from after the first game against Villarreal, I mean, he played well, but it's Villarreal, and they're an open team, so I didn't really judge him too much. But in the rain, in the wind, with 10 men, he won me over with his performance against Celta. His first period at Barca, he was Coutinho. I mean, the amount of times he would get blocked, his shots would get blocked, and they would end up in our own half because everyone knew what he was going to do. He was just going to cut in and shoot. Now he's not shooting the ball every time he gets every time he
Okay,
gets it, and
so do you think that is a Coutinho decision or a Ronald Koeman coaching thing?
it's not Ronald Koeman. I think this is Coutinho because he's also came back as a man. I mean, he's shown that he wanted to succeed at Barca. I mean, Barca didn't really want him. If it wasn't for coronavirus, he would have probably went out on loan or been sold this summer. But after he came back from Bayern, Koeman also wanted to bring him back. That's a part of it. But Coutinho, he cut his vacation short, and he's played really well. Um, so yeah, that's. I think it's more down to what Coutinho's effort to want to succeed at Barca. Also, what happened at Bayern, where not only Coutinho but the entire team, just their physical preparation was excellent. And I think that's hopefully we can see the same Coutinho that we saw against Celta for the rest of the season.
Okay, cool. Damien Perez, man, Coutinho, man, assess. Could we finally see this guy do something big time this season?
Hopefully. It's still quite early in the season, but so far, 2 games, 2 assists. Um, has had a quite great start to his season. Um, he's got, and I think Ronald Koeman has gave him more belief than Setien and Valverde, which
Okay, so do you think that was the reason that it was more lack of trust and support from Valverde and Setien, or do you think maybe Coutinho, like what Kazi said, he had to readjust and change his game from being a merchant to actually being a proper player?
I think it's a little bit of both. And I think he has changed his game. and Ronald Koeman has given more of a freedom role in the team and gave him more belief. And I think that hopefully he can keep this consistency and give us more than like 10 to 15 games a season of performances like this. And I just hope for the best for Coutinho for this season.
All right. Darren, Coutinho. Oh, sorry. I think I've got him on mute. Yo, Darren. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Coutinho. For me, I've always sort of rated Coutinho whilst he was at Liverpool. Obviously up until he joined Barcelona. If for me, if anybody's actually followed Coutinho, like his problem always was, I guess, his consistency. Like he's always had spells where he pops up and then he gets a couple goals and assists, free kicks, outside the shot, outside the box goals, and sort of this. And he always has, he has the ability. That's obviously why Barcelona paid a stupid amount for him. But when he went to Barcelona, obviously everybody knows Barcelona hasn't been doing their stuff properly for quite a while. The way they set up City and all these type of Valverde defensive guys, they didn't put Coutinho where he's meant to be. Any Liverpool fan will tell you the way they deployed him was not to the best of his abilities. And I think with him, his confidence immediately, when you're 140 million, not the most expensive, but one of the most expensive players in the world, his confidence, you could see his confidence was just destroyed. And it just affected him throughout. But obviously, since the Bayern loan and getting a bit of playing time and getting his confidence back, you can see it's come back into this Barcelona team. And I think this season, he'll probably do decent again. However, I think he still has the sort of issue with his consistency. That's been the main thing throughout his whole career.
So do you feel this season we will finally see a consistent Coutinho this season? Do you think like Koeman, the setup and everything, we're going to see it, or you still don't trust it? Because I've never seen a great Coutinho season personally.
Yeah, his best season was probably when he left Liverpool. Well, was his lead up until he left Liverpool. That was literally going to be his best season until he left. But I think Koeman is a good
because he
manager.
left in January or in the summer?
Yeah, he left in January. So he was he was in great form, and then he just went and interrupted it by obviously leaving midway. But I think Koeman's a good coach. It sort of depends on the whole Barcelona team. If they set up well and they carry on sort of strong, Coutinho, I think he can have a good impact. But I think it really depends on him. He's got to be consistent. Koeman's got to show him the confidence and keep himself up. And I think if Barcelona stay strong and the whole team is like solid, Coutinho can be quite influential this season.
All right.
Hopefully.
Raw football. Coutinho, man. Are we gonna get a great season from this dude? What do you think he can? How important do you think he can be for Barcelona this season under Mr. Koeman?
Okay, so I've seen his past two performances for Barcelona. The first one for Villarreal. I feel like Barcelona always tend to look good for against Villarreal, and against Celtic Vigo, even though they were the team that basically cost Barcelona the La Liga title last year. We got to keep in mind that they were fighting for regulation, like to not get regulated. That being said, I do think the reason why Coutinho is doing well at Barcelona is because Koeman's tactics. Coutinho, he had a problem not playing for Barcelona, but playing for Messi. If you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
So now
he's been given a bit more agency now and freedom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you noticed this, but for Barcelona, Messi has been participating less, and Messi has been kind of fading out of the team, not in a bad way because he drags players with him, and that's part of Koeman's tactics. and that way that opens up Coutinho, and that opens up Ansu Fati, and that's why both of those players have been shining. And Messi, he's always going to shine, no matter no matter where he's at. So yeah, I think it's still early in the season, and I do think like the storm is yet to come for Barcelona. If you know what I'm trying to say. Like right now, I guess they're in honeymoon stage with Koeman.
So, okay, so when things get tough and tricky, specifically middle of the season or even in the CL, do you think Coutinho can show up? Because remember, Messi can't do everything, and you can't rely on a 17-year-old. Do you think Coutinho can finally raise his game to be like, this is no longer like where Liverpool were like on the ascension. This is now where you now have to deliver. Do you think he can deliver when they need him?
No, I don't think he could deliver, and that's more. I don't think it's not that he can't deliver. It's just how Barca is staged right now. So I don't think any player would deliver once it gets difficult. So
okay.
Can I just add something?
Go for it.
First of all, some people were saying Setien never coached Coutinho. And with the Messi dependencia, I totally agree. That's something I have to give credit to Koeman for, and it's not only with Coutinho, it's just with everyone. That the team isn't with Valverde, it was all Messi. It was all Messi.
It's more of a team now. It's more of a. Everybody has a specific role.
Exactly.
Everybody has a specific
and they
role.
just do their role, not playing for one person. And just finally, it's not only Messi, it's also Suarez, who, Suarez was taking a lot of the responsibility, but now that he's gone, it's the responsibility is shared more.
All right. LB, Coutinho, man.
Yeah, I think obviously having left Barcelona, the way he was playing, not many people really had any expectations of him. But I think
Nope.
After spending one season at Bayern Munich, that has definitely sort of lifted his confidence, being able to, play at least, and not only that, but win, trophies. And I think he's come back to Barcelona almost as a whole new player. I'm not getting carried away in saying that he's turned it around, because we are still in the early stages of the season.
Still very early.
Yeah, exactly. But
but like God's feeling, do you feel that new manager, as Cassie just said, less dependence on Messi, he's given much more of greater agency? We're going to see at least a Coutinho that's maybe closer to what we saw at Liverpool than what we've seen at Bayern Munich and when he first came to Barcelona.
Yeah, I'd probably say that we can perhaps get a Coutinho that was quite similar to the way he played at Liverpool, with Barcelona almost changing personnel with the coach, and no Suarez now, and realizing that they are rebuilding and the expectation isn't perhaps as high as in previous seasons. So I think that's a really good opportunity for Coutinho to perhaps reach the potential he was able to get at Liverpool. And I think, like I said, time will tell, but no, it's certainly looking good for him. So hopefully he can continue with this momentum.
All right.
Yeah.
Jamal, give it to me, man. Coutinho, man, because again, you knew him very well when he was at Liverpool. Do you feel that we could be seeing that Liverpool Coutinho, maybe an even better Coutinho than when because the last time he was relevant or good was when he was at Liverpool? What do you see for me in this Koeman Barcelona?
I got to head off, but happy birthday for tomorrow.
Thank you, bro. LB, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jamal.
Yeah, yes, as you said, I know Coutinho very well. Coutinho is the prime example of a confidence player. He loves to feel the love. That's why he plays best football at Liverpool, because the fans make him feel special. And I feel that is what Koeman did. Koeman put his hand around him and tell him, it have a place for you in this team, and you have a very vital role in this team.
Wait, actually, quickly on that, that's a very interesting point you make.
Yeah.
Because with there being no fans, and therefore no groans or anything if he loses the ball, do you think that he will actually even benefit even more with this no fans scenario?
Yes, he benefits, because people will say that how Morata is a confidence player. No, if you look for confidence player in the dictionary, Coutinho name would be there. When it is good, he's good. When it is bad, he's horrible. And our next thing, Coutinho is a purple patch player. So he will give you 6, 7 games in a row when he plays like the best player in the world. And then he'll go for about 4, 6 games and does nothing. So you got to take the bad with the good.
Okay, but you're telling me that we will never, I can never have Coutinho have a great season. That can never happen, you're saying?
No. I think he could show up in big moments, but to have a consistent season like 30, 40 great games, no, I don't think so.
Wow.
But
okay.
I think he could come clutch in some moments in the CL and for La Liga. But to have a consistent season, no, I don't think so.
Okay. Guys, remember, guys, please like that video. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Think of it as an early birthday present for your boy. Hit that like button, hit and subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button. Subscribe, and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yes, Said, man. Give it to me. Coutinho. Are we going to see? Are we going to see at least a great Coutinho for Barca this season? What could he do for Koeman?
It might shock a lot of United fans, but I've always been a fan of Coutinho. I like Coutinho. I don't know what it is about Coutinho that I like, but I do like him a lot.
What is it about Coutinho that you like then, specifically?
I just feel like like it's hard. It's like what you mentioned. You always say the eye test. And when I see Coutinho play, there's just something like he plays with such elegancy, and then next boom, this guy has that he has his signature where he just cuts in and then puts the top corner out of nowhere, and it's a goal. For me, I was skeptical about Ronald Koeman, but this guy has been impressing me very much because what I see now is a team, and this is something that Barcelona hasn't been for a very long time. And I feel like I'm really, really happy that he put Messi in his place because Messi looked like he's playing for the team. He's not doing too much. He didn't. Coutinho. What happened was when Coutinho when he first got to Barcelona, like Griezmann, they were always looking to play for Messi. And that's that. And when as a player, it's very difficult to play under that circumstance where the whole tactics is find Messi. Give it to Messi.
It was very Messi to dependence. It's all revolved around him.
So that takes away from what you do. So what Ronald Koeman said, you know what, Coutinho, I want you to play in this position, and I want you to do this. And at the end of the day, I want you to express yourself. And that's what Coutinho is doing. And then now you're seeing a decent Coutinho, the Coutinho that people thought like when he was in the Liverpool, where people saying, "Man, I can't believe they let go of Coutinho."
So but what do you feel or what do you believe Coutinho does this season under Koeman? Do you think he can be a major player, or like Jamal says, 3-4 games good, 10 games disappear?
Well, it's hard to say. I think like I feel like Jamal really said it. He's a confidence player. And I feel like if Coutinho is happy and the manager believes in him, then you can see a decent season from him. Would he be like absolutely phenomenal, world class? I don't know about that because you've never seen that kind of season from him. So it's hard to say. But I feel like you're going to see a better Coutinho than you have seen in a Barcelona shirt for sure.
Okay. Shouts, I'm even coming to you. Andre, thank you very much for the happy birthday, you brick. Thank you. And yes, I know I'll watch a separate. I've not even had time to watch anything, but yes, I'll watch it. Andre, thank you for the dub, man. And coming to you, Andre Critic, man. Coutinho, what should we expect from him this season? Should we have faith that Coutinho can make, because again, he'll be important. Messi, I don't know how much he's there psychologically. You can't put so much faith in a 17-year-old. Griezmann looks like if he's still going to be trash. So Coutinho has a bit of pressure and responsibility for this Barcelona team this season, and Koeman has given him the keys to the range. How important or how effective do you think he will be this season for Koeman and for Barca?
I think he'll be arguably our second most important player, because Koeman, as you said, he has given him the responsibility, but it's the kind of responsibility and pressure he thrives in. He needs that responsibility in the midfield to create, to press, to basically do what Messi did. And since Messi's playing further up as a false nine, he can link up with De Jong. He can link up with Fatih. Basically, he has all the entirety of the left flank to himself. So, and I think that move away to Bayern has really instilled in him a lot of confidence, which is really needed. And overall, I expect a good season from him. The two games have been good. The first one, as everybody said, Villarreal plays an open game, so I wasn't really surprised that we did well. Celta Vigo, he was absolutely brilliant. But Sevilla is a great test because they had to buy into extra time. So if he plays well there and if he maintains that consistency for 10, 15 games, it's okay. But you know what the thing is, Atletico Madrid aren't really in a great shape. They've already drawn 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Real Madrid have no attack, basically. Their second top scorer was Sergio Ramos.
Yeah.
So winning La Liga wouldn't be that big of an achievement. If everybody's saying he is a purple patch player, then I think the best time would be to show up for the Champions League knockouts and deliver there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before the season though, nobody was really that confident with Barcelona. Even if I believe they're going to win it, a lot of guys still said, "No, Real are going to defend it." But it's still very early days, man. Still very early days. Storage, round us off, man. Coutinho.
Yeah, Coutinho, like Jamal said, I've watched him at Liverpool for a long time, and he's exactly that. He's a very inconsistent player. He'll have great games, 3 or 4, and then he'll go missing for a long time, and then he'll have 3 or 4 amazing games, and then he'll go missing for a long time. But I guess you could have an amazing season. I want to see him have one good season in his career, one full consistent season. Clearly, Koeman has given him confidence, and it's interesting. This is the first time I think that he's ever going to play as a number 10 for entirety of the season. At Liverpool, we never used a 4-2-3-1 formation while he was there. He was always either a left winger or like maybe 3 games in a season he was a central midfielder, but the majority of the time he was on the wing. And this is the first time in his career he gets to play in the number 10. And I hope he takes advantage of this because there's a lot of players and a lot of different teams that want to play that role, whether it's Ozil, Isco, James, but obviously that position has just faded out. So I'd like to see him have that season. Is he going to have it? I'm not sure. He's been good for the first 2 games, which is good. And they're less reliant on Koeman, and Fatih's been amazing. But there's one thing I'm going to say. Him, Griezmann, Dembele. If Dembele gets sold, Griezmann and Coutinho should be sweating. Because I'm going to tell you this. The first thing Koeman's going to do is he's going to go after his Dutch boys. And he's coming after Wijnaldum and Depay. And if Wijnaldum and he signs Wijnaldum and Depay, Coutinho's on the bench. I guarantee it.
Oh, so you think that he's going to bench Coutinho before Griezmann?
If he signs, no, both of them. Because if they sell Dembele, because I've heard rumors that he might get Man United, he's going after his Dutch boys. And if I was Griezmann and Coutinho, I'd be sweating. Because if